considered as prostitution, but they were not just prostitute. They were like very skilled in their
Prostitution.
negative vibe actually. But
Ready for battle? Controllers in hand, zoom out in the game, ready to withstand as that I swarm. We take our stand, but Dr. Dreams comes across the land. In the Evil Dead, he picks up loot, while other heroes get the boot. Taking down the darkness in his own way, alone fighting till dawn, making them pay.
One.
Welcome to DS3 Production Inc. And we having a podcast.
All right, I just have to stop you for just one moment. I'm telling you right now, it will be amazing if you're able to actually like full on do the introduction and be amazing at it. Like every single time you do the introduction, it's welcome to DH3 podcast.
So just the DS3 podcast.
It's like, I think they know we're on a podcast.
Okay. Well, I'll say, hey, DS3 Production Inc. What's on your mind?
Oh, you just welcome to DH3. What's on your mind? And we have a guest here right now.
Why didn't you say it?
I didn't know it was that hard.
Okay, go say it.
I already said it. We're just
go say it.
This is all in it.
All right, go say it. You know.
Well, let us right
go
now.
Say it, and then I'm going to say my name.
Duke, you know all of this is staying in.
I know.
I'm just saying I've already said it.
Oh my goodness.
But I will say this: we are now going to introduce our amazing guest. Would you like to tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself?
hello guys, I am Rupshi and I'm from India, and also I am a software engineer, but passionately I'm a model cum actor, and I have been part of few of the DH3 movies, short films, and it has been a pleasure working with Duke and Jared, and yeah, I'm here for the podcast.
And my name is DK. I'm the host for the day. And what's on your
I didn't know you had to introduce yourself, Duke.
I just did.
We have Duke who's never been here before.
Hey, I know. He was joking. Gerald, you're going to mark me down all the time. I'm glad Duffy was not here today, you know. When I would
I don't know who you were introducing for.
Okay.
Because it's not like this is the first episode.
I know, but we're going to be cutting anyway. But, no, thank you. I mean, I know it's a last minute call, you know. I know he was India, you know, he just came in from India and probably going to the jet lag now, you know. It's been, 24 hours flight? Or?
More than that, actually.
So you came from the Dubai to...
It was a long journey.
Way?
I missed my flight.
Oh my goodness.
It was from Delhi to JFK. I missed my flight from JFK to Dallas.
Uh-huh.
So I went to Chicago to Houston. It was like more than that.
But you were saying earlier that there was something going on in India, something big.
Yes, it's called MAHA KUMBH. It happens once in 144 years.
Wait.
Yes.
How
you
long?
Heard me right. You heard me right. 144 years. And
Are we saying 144 years?
yes.
That is such a random number. Why?
Exactly. That's why people from all over the world are visiting over there. Dakota Johnson, Harry Potter, just name it. Wife of Steve Jobs, I can't recall her name, but like all the major Bollywood actors and actresses, irrespective of their caste, creed, religion, they are visiting, and it's amazing. I mean, like billions of people are visiting that place.
But what is it exactly?
I am not the right person to explain it, but I'll try my best.
You are perfectly the right person to explain it.
So it's like before humans existed, like there were good people and bad people, so they were fighting for immortality. So there was churning of the ocean, and some nectar came out, and that nectar fell at this place, and as per the celestial arrangement, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, and Earth position. It fell at that place. And it says that if you take dip at that place, it's a confluence of river Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. And if you take a dip at that place, you won't get a human form again. Like, you won't enter hell again, ever. Because every day-to-day life, we do so many, even consciously or unconsciously, we do so many bad things, or it happens. Like, it says that we all have souls, like insects and ants and stuff. We all have souls, and if you kill anybody, we incur some sin. So, and we get human form of life after like 8 millions of births. We get a human form of life. And in a human form of life itself, you have the understanding of what is wrong and what is correct. So it says that when you are human, you have to make best use of this deal. So try to do as much good as you can, and not to hurt anybody, not to do anything bad, and achieve the best you can so that you never fall in that category of hell and suffer, because hell, it's like suffering. So as you have got the understanding, do best and not go through hell, and go to heaven and make your life perfect.
So did you actually have a chance to swim, take a dip in this area?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you? Now I'm just really curious. Did it feel different in any way?
It does. When you are with like millions and millions of people, you can feel that difference. And it's not just any human. It's so special that even the like demigods and many special people who have like dedicated their life for this purpose from multiple of years, they come there. So if you are, it's like the vibe. If you are in a vibe of positive energy, you can feel that positivity, right? So even that makes a difference. And yeah, it was special. It was definitely very special.
See, that's just really cool, because I know why, a lot of people, that's why they group together when they do, like, go to church, go to any kind of religious gathering whatsoever, and they feel that community. And I guess I can't even fathom to go to something with millions of people and experience everybody just wanting to, I guess, is it a celebration? Is it where they just try to go to the water and dip where this birth of life happened, I guess? What do they do other than just, I mean, like right now, with kind of how the explanation was, in my mind, it could always be like, hey, look, everybody's just kind of standing in line at Disney World waiting for their turn to take a dip or something.
Line.
Or is it like a big celebration? What is it?
It's not exactly a line. It's like, it's a river bank, so it's huge. And the government of India has done an amazing job, okay? Because you can understand, millions of people are visiting this place every day. And it's been going on from more than a month now. And we recently had a mishap also, because there are 3 to 4 special days, like even more special days to take a dip. So the crowd was much more on those days. So it did go out of hand and there were some stampede. But I'll say, as coming back to your question, like it's not like one person, like in a queue you're going and taking a dip. It's like, they have stopped like a barricade. They have put that, okay, you cannot go beyond this, because till this point it's safe to swim, because even the speed of the river is very fast, so it's very easy to get flown away. So they have done barricading so that You don't go beyond it, and you're safe in that area. So people with their family, we worship deities of like Krishna. So people have come with their gods also in that water, because we love our God like our own baby, like that also. You can have different relationship with your God, like a father, like a baby, like a partner, like boyfriend or husband kind of relationship, any kind of relationship. So I had seen that people had come with their gods as well over there, and which was kind of fascinating, that how you can connect with that supreme soul. And
well, was it a bunch of because it's all, because when you say that, it almost seems like a bunch of religions came together. Did that cause any kind of friction that you would have seen?
I am surprised. Usually when there are so many religions, it does happen something or the other. But it was surprising, like almost all the religions were coming together, and there were no hatred, no fight, no competition. And they all have one motive: to achieve this salvation. And like what I had booked was a boat going through, like staying in States. It's not, we have forgotten the rough route, so we prefer to go by easy route. So I had booked the cabs and stuff and boat to go to that place. But after going there, everything was blocked because there was no vehicles in the city. So people were walking for 10 miles altogether just to reach there and take a dip, because there are literally, on special days, there are literally no vehicles allowed in the city to stop any traffic and stuff, because people are walking. Some are walking barefoot even. So it's like something happens within you, and which changes your thinking and pulls you towards it. Ki, okay, there is something amazing definitely happening over there, which is attracting so many people from all over the world. I'm not sure if I'm able to make you understand what I felt, but it was definitely out of the world feeling.
No, I mean, I'll be honest, people can see it. They'll be able to see it on your face. You feel, when you're talking about it, you're like glowing. So it is one of those things where, no, we're kind of living vicariously through just your facial expressions. But no, and that's something that a lot of people, I think when you have this idea of community, especially even religion, that's a very divisive thing for a lot of people, and a lot of different religions. It's like, if you don't believe my belief, I shun you out. If you don't believe this, stay away from me. But here, what you're saying is a lot of these religions came together, and it was welcoming to each person. True. And that's actually that's quite magical. So even just on a non-spiritual sense, that right there should make people go, oh, there's something to this. Something's going on. That's actually pretty cool. And no, just you saying that, and saying that you have this emotional experience, what exactly was your most emotional experience by actually, I guess, was it getting into the water? Was it just being around the people? Was it like, what impacted you the most about this experience?
I can't tell that one, the most, because I know a little bit on the Indian culture.
No, but I meant her personally. What was her?
Go ahead, tell that I'm going to share.
Because I don't think you know personally what she felt.
No, I know.
It's like, no, I can answer that one for her.
He's always going to argue with me. Go ahead, say it, then I'm going to explain why that emotion came to her as a reason for that. You need to know history.
Duke, if I'm going to have any emotions, I should ask you why I'm having them.
When you don't know the history, so don't argue. Just listen. Listen, Rupi. Go ahead.
She was telling quite a bit of the history, and it was
I'm going to tell you a little bit more too.
Okay, I'll hand over to you. I'll hand over to you.
No, go ahead. He's asking you what emotion you felt.
Yeah. So that's the thing about coming to the first point, that conflicts and stuff. So the thing about Hindus is they are very welcoming. we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Halloween, we celebrate Eid with the same enthusiasm as any other religion they do. Like we have Muslim friends, we have Christian friends, and when they invite us, we are equally enthusiastic and welcoming and in a celebration mood. So that's one thing that even they take it in that positive way. Ki, okay, it's their festival, and even we should be that similarly enthusiastic as well. And coming to the that motivation, like I had visited India just last month. Okay, I came back on 25th December itself. So I had literally no plans, but this news coming from this place and the vibe and just the pictures were like so motivating that I was like, I really want to go. And in our culture, it says that it's the kids' responsibility to take the parents to these holy places. And I am one kind of a kid who has a feeling of serving your parents and in-laws. That kind of a feeling is there. I think I'm raised with that, seeing my parents doing that.
So your parents back home now, or they're here?
Yes.
So did you take your family from here, or you just went by yourself?
No, my parents were there itself.
So you went yourself, or you just?
I went by myself.
Okay, got you.
So I had two little ones. I left them over here. So it was all on my husband to take care of. So it was not easy for sure, because this was the first time. And
so you went completely alone.
I took my friend. I was going. My friend got inspired. She was like, even I want to go. I was like, come with me.
So basically, you were like, okay, I'm going to leave the husband at home. I'm going to leave the little kids. I'm going to leave the little ones, and we're going to have a girls' vacation.
No, not only that.
It was not a vacation.
The place, the million people gather, it's no place to take a small kid, because the gathering is so compact. It's body to body people that walking through by.
Oh yeah, she was saying that.
Yeah, so
almost 10 miles of
going
walk.
In. Yeah.
One then why she feels so emotional when she dipped the water.
Well, that's what I'm curious about. Is what was the most emotional part of it? Was it actually dipping into the water? Was it just being around the people? Was it what part affected you the most?
And let me explain to you, Joe. So you keep saying, and I know what you're going to say. So you're going to say exactly the same I'm saying. Excuse me.
Yeah, carry on.
Wait. Hold up. Now we're going to see if you're right.
Okay.
That's what we're going for now.
Yeah, definitely.
The river she's talking about, Ganga, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, the Ganga River is one of the secret river in all Hindu religions. And just like over here, when you baptize yourself, you come up, you get emotionally feeling how you feel yourself. The Ganga is anybody Hindu that die, okay? And, they burn their body. That's right in front of the Ganga, they got a big old stage. And every Hindu that died, they bring it over there. And they fire the barn, they burn everything up. Then the family take the ashes, and they take those ashes, and they take it to that river, and they put it in the river, those ashes.
When you say are you saying Ganga? Is it the Ganges?
Yes.
Ganges, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Ganges. So Ganga, they call Ganga, they call Ganges. So every single human that die over there, even if they die far away, different province, they will hold their ass at some point. They will go because they believe that if they put the Ganga thing, that they're going to go to the heaven. Okay, so they keep some of the people going to be waiting for 3, 4, 5 years to bring their ass to Ganga, because that's how they. So they believe that so many soul is in there, in the. So when you go over there and dip, you feel that all the souls inside the water, and you feel that you are connecting with them, and you emotionally comes out. You feel bad. Maybe our family members was died a long time ago.
Yeah, but she's saying this is the 100 out of 144 years. This happens once every time. So there is something even more special here.
Well, it is because the world is get together that place every 140 years. It's like
Yeah, but she was telling me that she felt something special about a community of 1 million people
Because-
all coming together from all different walks of life,
Yes.
all different religions, and there was something special there. And that's what I mean is did she feel more of what impacted her the most? What gave her the most impact? Was it what she was already thinking she was going to be impacted by, or was it something else?
I think two things happened to you. You felt it when you dipped the water. It maybe came to your mind, your family members, because you never met them, but their ashes was already there, you know. You felt it that way, or
I'm
no?
sorry, not like that.
Okay. So how do you
Because
feel?
you
You
don't,
felt
at that moment, you definitely, it happens if the thing, it is said somewhere that if I take a dip, my previous generations, they get some kind of relief.
okay.
But that was not my objective. The first part was reaching there. It's not easy, like going to Makkah. Not everybody can go to Makkah.
No.
And you wait for whole life, you plan for whole life to reach there. So it was something like that. Like, it's not just easy for everybody to leave everything and go there. Like, especially for me, for my kids, I have not even one day they are in daycare or babysitter. So like, I have been with them all the time. Suddenly leaving them for more than a week and going, it was not an easy decision. So like, the universe arranged for me, and at the same time, it's you are faced through challenges, and how you react to it, how you adapt to it and move forward, or you take step back. It's your choice, right? In that moment. Like, for an example, I started on Wednesday. I went to Dallas. I missed my flight to JFK. After reaching JFK, the flight to India was missed. I was like, okay, the universe is trying me not to go. I'll book my tickets back to Houston. So I tried second day again. I was like, one more try is like, it's worth trying second day. I tried. There was no seats in the flight. I was like, okay, definitely universe doesn't want me to go there. So I had a choice of going back to Houston or trying again in the next day. And it was getting frustrating as well, because I was in a different city, away from my family and working. And so I told my husband, he was like, I'll get your ticket. And he arranged for a ticket for the Friday. So for 3 days, I was trying for this travel. And it was definitely not easy, because whole day you are in anxiety. Will I be going today or not? And after reaching there, it's not, as billions of people are visiting that city, even reaching to that city is not easy. If you're going by car to that place, it's like 40 miles of traffic you have to face, like that. And like heavy traffic. And like
and the traffic there is not like here.
No.
It's just all crazy. That's
It's
all what
crazy,
I've seen.
yeah.
Like he was showing me the other day on the thing that people are driving everywhere. People are walking right in front of the car.
Because it's not as structured as it is
Not at all.
here.
It has become very good, right, as compared to before, but still, when millions of people are visiting, it cannot control so much. I had heard around 29th of January, the queue was so big that many people didn't even reach the city. They had to again take a U-turn and go back to their cities, because they couldn't even enter the city. So when you hear, and it's not a small group of people, like a big group of people had visited and they couldn't even enter the city. So they had to go back to their own houses, because there was no space to go. You cannot walk for...
Because it was so packed, jam-packed.
There was no vehicle going in the city. Clear.
But
Yeah.
let me ask
And
you.
how much can you walk? Like, if you have to walk 50 miles, you cannot walk 50 miles.
No, actually.
Definitely.
So did you feel that way? Because number one thing, this has happened every 141 years, right?
44, yeah.
144 years. That you felt that, hey, this is not the lifetime. This is the
Generation.
even you want to go, the timing will be happening again another 44 years.
True.
144 years.
144 years.
Even my kids won't have
I mean,
it.
when you try to
Yeah. It's like, it's not happening for a couple of generations.
It's bigger than when you try to say, people go to Makkah. I mean, Makkah every year they can go. If they miss this year, they can go. But this is even them. If they miss, they miss. There's no other way. And you're not going to live 144 years to see.
Definitely.
Never your kid, never. So that is the one thing. Really, really puts you emotional at anybody. It will put me too. This is the lifetime deal that I happen to be there and I happen to be observing. So no.
This was one point that will I be allowed to reach there? Am I qualified to reach there? Because not everybody can reach those places. You really have to be qualified to reach there and have that intense desire to reach there.
Now, when you say qualified, are you saying that you have to, because keep in mind, a lot of people who may be watching this, they might think qualification in their mind when they think that it's like, oh, I have a driver's license, kind of a thing. When you say qualified, could you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, when I say qualified, it says, have I accumulated enough good karmas to be able to reach that place? Because that place is not just any other place. That place, it has been visited by so many saints, like extraordinary saints. Like these people, they don't even follow any calendar. They don't have cell phones or anything. Still, they know this is the time for Kumbh and I have to visit that place. They know that the duration and they visit there. They are not invited. They just know this is my time and I have to go. And there are so many saints who have been in a meditation for hundreds and thousands of years as well. I had seen one clip of a saint when he visited, it's like millions of people are there, but when he is walking, everybody has moved. There is one person guiding it, but if I say, okay, move, one person is coming, no one's gonna move. Why should I let him go ahead? But you have that aura when you are that level of qualified and you have accumulated so many qualifications and siddhis, we can say. I don't know what's the English term.
Let me ask you.
Well, so hold on. Now I'm really curious. Were you qualified?
I was not qualified.
I am a little bit confused too.
I asked my friends to pray for me, and I guess their prayers made me qualified enough to reach there.
Let me ask you something. I'm going to make an example, and I know that region happened. When you go to the concert over here, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you get the front seat if you know somebody. Even you have the money, you cannot buy because then you know somebody inside, you can go to the backstage with the scene. So is that something happened back over there that you don't have to go? Because a lot of time, the people, the money have, they can go. The poor people cannot enter the city at all because they would not get in. So is something like that was there, happened that way too? That people were making money off it and people turn it down because they cannot have money. They cannot have, because, politics over there. So the politics.
So you're just asking, was there some kind of corruption that she kind of saw?
See, when it's such a big gathering, there are many multitudes of people are visiting. So safety of those people is also very important. So the government has to have some kind of arrangement for that kind of people, so that because of them, there is no stampede or any other incidents. Because sometimes crowd go crazy for some celebrities. So they had some arrangements, special arrangements for them, that when these people are visiting, plus at the same time, safety of these people are also very important because they are from different nationalities and stuff. So if Dakota Johnson is visiting, she cannot go in the same line as everybody because she doesn't even know where to go. So they had a a separate arrangement for them so that they have a good experience of that place. And I don't think there is anything wrong with that. But yeah, there was, I'll say, special arrangements to keep them also safe and keep the crowd also in control. So yeah, I'll say, yeah, there was arrangement.
Now I kind of go back. What was the most impactful moment for you? Was it going to the water? Was it what when you look back on that this experience? What what fulfilled you spiritually the most?
The conviction that, yeah, I'm taken care of. Because as I told you, like, these places are visited by many saints, and like, if you go to a very nice club, the music is amazing. So sometimes even without drinks, you can enjoy, like, at the same time, have a very good time. So these places have a different level of vibe, okay? There are 13 akhadas. It's like a group of people. They have like a camp kind of, and they have like multiple saints in among them, and they all are very special. Like, some are even hundreds of years of age, like that. And it says that even devatas, like demigods, even they visit this place. So if those celestial people are visiting and taking bath in that water, so even that water is even more special, because it has had the vibe of those positivity. So I have accumulated that energy with them to go on with my life, so that in future the intensity of doing anything wrong is reduced. Like, if I am doing anything wrong, we all have that consciousness that if you're doing anything wrong, our head tells us ki, okay, this is not right, this, you shouldn't do it. Sometimes we still do it. So that's power, that if I know, okay, if it's wrong, I won't do it. So this is, it's just a small example, but this kind of, it needs energy and power to control your mind ki, okay, yes, and okay, this is wrong, okay, I won't do it. So this needs strength from within ki, okay, even though I'm tempted to do this, I won't do it. For this you need some energy. So this kind of, for me, I feel I am tempted to do something bad quite often, and I realize it. So this, I get strength ki, okay, yeah, I have that power and energy to control myself when I'm tempted in these situations. And plus, I had taken my parents, my in-laws, and it says in Hindu Dharma that it's your child's responsibility to take your parents to these pilgrims.
So you feel really good about that you did your job.
Yes, I fulfilled my responsibility as a kid.
Very humble yourself, that's what you did.
Yes.
That's good, that's we all do.
And one of the things, and I know, a thing that worries me, any crowds, of the smells. Any crowds, you get 10 people together, you're gonna get weird smells. You're gonna get smells. You're like, oh, okay, that guy didn't shower. Okay, that guy, and that's something. Was it ever uncomfortable? Were you ever like, I had to get behind this guy? God,
no,
or anything like that? Was it, or does it just stay magical the whole time?
No, that's the point. Thankfully, people are going to take a dip. So they're all...
But that's what I'm asking, is if they're going to take a dip, did they go, you know what, I'm going to keep all this, fresh?
No. No, it's a holy river, so you cannot go dirty, even though you are going to get rid of your bad karmas, but you cannot just go like 5 days not showered and going to take a dip. It doesn't happen in India. It's like we are supposed to take shower every single day.
You know how many times when I was back home take a shower?
How many times?
Sometime in the summertime, maybe 6-8 times.
You would take a shower 6 or 8 times?
Yep.
A day?
Days and sometimes night too, because you know why? Summertime is so hot. And back home at that time, 30 years ago, we didn't have any air conditioning. We had a fan, and that's about it.
Well, because I know for a fact people in like the UK in general, they talk bad about Americans, because Americans were like, oh yeah, we're always doing our we're always doing our AC, we have our heaters, we have our air conditioning and everything, and they're always, we don't have that, we don't need that. Was that actually, is it kind of like that, or is there ACs there in everything like there are here?
When we still these days, AC is a luxury deal in the back home. Car is a luxury. You have to be very rich to have a car. And back home when it was going up, I was growing up, even you have the money, there's a car having no AC at all. All the car over there without the AC, the buses without the AC, train, even these days, train and buses have some modern these days, AC, but no AC at that time. So, and the hot and humidity so high in there. You go outside, and you look like pretty much you took a shower yourself because you're sweating so bad, and you come home, you take a shower.
Okay, I don't know if he's still.
Okay, again, he's talking about Bangladesh, not India.
Right, I was about to say.
No, here's the thing. Some part of
I'm
India,
looking over here going, is he right?
Because, it depends what province. Because I know India, some side is a cold side. They have a cold because they have,
India is the fourth largest country in this world. Okay.
But in the Kolkata area, it's the same humidity in my country.
Yeah.
Because the Kolkata is right beside India.
But it's not that poor, please let me tell you. Since I am 35 years of age and I have not seen such such poverty and stuff. Like, I have seen trains with AC, I have seen buses with AC.
Not in my country. Even you go these days, if you go to
that's why I said that's Bangladesh, not India.
If you go on the villas, see, this is the reason that I hate so much that when India got divided, if India was not divided, what Gandhi wanted, we wouldn't be so much, the country-wise, like a Pakistan and India and Bangladesh was one country, and everybody would have such a good life. But the good life is not there because of Bangladesh, there's nothing in there. No problem. I mean, no income, nothing, and government's so crooked. The country is so much bad.
It's a controversial topic.
Do
you want to go there?
No, it's a reality. It's a true thing,
That's true.
I have nothing to shame to say
That's
that.
true.
And my heart is
Well,
broke all the time.
he's over here being like, I'm an expert. Okay, it's this way. And then I'm looking over at you and it's like,
Because she came in the rich side.
I love how she's giving those looks like, yeah.
See, because for this festival...
Excuse me, I traveled with AC.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I'm talking about, I'm here like 40 years ago when I was growing up. But now they do have now. But back there, didn't at all. Like I said, if we have a bike, we'll be luxury, have the bike. But India was much, much far developed from the day one because they didn't lose anything, but the British left everything in there.
No, the British took everything with them.
I know, you used to talking about that stone everything from Taj Mahal.
That's just one stone.
I know.
They ruled us for such a long time.
I know.
They literally
but I think
looted us.
They gave back a lot of stuff, over the year after separation. But
yeah, I can say the railways is one good thing. I can definitely say was one good advantage because it connected the entire country. But again, they divided the people. People were together before.
Because when the separation happened, that's the bad part. The Muslim, the way they did, it's long history that the sad thing happened, it broke everybody's heart. But now people are suffering for that, the reason, because there's so much.
So when you say people are broken, because I'm non-cultured, I lived in California, I moved to Texas. Okay, so I just know American basically. So when you say things are broken because when we say India, we just think, there's 1.2 billion people and it's just one big country. And I don't understand this brokenness. So basically I'm going to have her tell us what she means about things are broken.
Yeah, because before British came in, India was invaded by...
What time would you say that...
I'm so bad with
No, in
numbers,
general, because
it was more than 100 years they had ruled India, and before them it was the Mughals who had ruled India. Okay, so India is used to be called Sone ki Chidiya, like a bird of gold, like that. It's like it was so rich in all ways, like minerals, natural resources, and everything. So it was like before it was ruled by kings and they had their own system of maintaining the government and stuff. But when Britishers invaded India, they divided people. Like their philosophy was based on divide and conquer. So they used to kind of tell people that you come with me, I will give you this, and the other person is not in your favor. Like
So
that.
did they? Now I'm just because I'm curious. Did they conquer or invade? Like, did they come in and be like, kind of like how the conquistadors came in and conquered the Mayans over in South America and things like that? Is that basically what they were trying to do? Like, or is it kind of how they were trying to spread more of a Western society? Or like, because I know they did that with Japan and China, and they tried to do that. Was that kind of what you're referring to?
To some extent, but like introduction of before in India, everything was there. Like even like, for example, a crude example will be prostitution. We had that, but it was limited to a particular section. Ki, okay, these people are considered as prostitution, but they were not just prostitute. They were like very skilled in their
Prostitution. I'm just teasing.
their singing, the dancing, these forms. They were expert in these skill forms. So
I guess in our sense, it's more of like a burlesque kind of show, or like that.
Yeah.
That's what we would call it, more of like a burlesque kind of thing, where you had the singing and dancing, but it also had some of the risqueness.
yeah, so it was a separate society who used to handle these care part, but with Britishers, they just took away so much that India became so poor that it was difficult for the lower income people to survive even. So like very crude example, like even though they were prostitutes, they were respected because they were skilled in singing and dancing and like so many other art forms. But when Britishers came, they like the term prostitution itself doesn't give a positive vibe, but it gives a negative vibe actually. But
That is true. That is true. It's like, hey, look, listen. We used to have smart prostitutes. Now we have dumb prostitutes.
Here's the thing, what she's trying to tell you that
like every profession was respected in those time, but when they entered, they demeaned all kind of professions, and they said only the lords are the one to be respected. And it was such a way that they were so used to and trained to do that.
Well, I guess I'm really curious, because how did they do that?
They have been doing it from so many countries,
how
like
did
Africa and.
But that's what I'm curious about, is how did the British people do that though? How did they destroy things so much? Like, what did they do exactly to destroy that? I mean, because I guess in my sense, it's like, okay, if somebody visits and starts saying, oh, okay, we're going to help. Let's theoretically, right? I'm just saying, theoretically, hey, I'm going to come and try to help this place. Like if I go to somebody's house, hey, let me help you try to clean this up. Oh, there's this here. Oh, you know what? Maybe if you implemented this, was it the influence that destroyed things, or was it literally the them saying, oh, hey, you can't do this anymore, you can't do that anymore? Was it like forcefully, or like what exactly?
Here's the thing, because the history is already there, okay? When they said, British, now, they have a parliament, but they still have the king, British rule, the king. At that time, back there, before India, it was all king. That's the Taj Mahal come, Taj Mahal being, because they was fighting like a Genghis Khan, he was coming, fighting and taking the territory, fighting each other, whoever. So their fight used to be just go in the field and fight, and whoever lost it, they took over the territory place. So British saw the opportunity to conquer those areas, after Genghis died, and then we have, the Samrat Shah Jahan, and then actually, one of the Shah Jahan's sons' name is Alamgir, which is my name too. So he was a Samrat.
So you're saying you were a king?
And Samrat, that's history. And the Taj Mahal built by Samrat Jahangir, who built the Taj Mahal, and for his wife. And Taj Mahal has everything inside there. I mean, you're talking about the diamond, the biggest diamond you ever can see came from Taj Mahal, which the British took it, and in the British Museum now. So that's what they conquered that one. The British had that they were going to be take over the world, and their mentality that way. And so when they came over there, they saw the opportunity on the India part. So it was like hostile type deal. First they came over there as a business people doing business, then buying out slowly. And
when we say British, like this is. Because I don't know the exact right time. Is this like, I don't even know what was Alexander the Great from? Was he Roman? Is that during that kind of a time frame, or are we talking?
Pretty much that
old.
Very, very old that time,
So we talking even further back.
Yeah.
So we're talking before the Knights.
No, it's after night.
After Knights.
So we're talking
when that era was Genghis Khan, and Shah Jahan.
So are we talking like 1300s, 1450s? Are we talking not before the Renaissance period, which was what, 1600s?
I had to look at the history line because we don't know the timetable. That's a long time. So that's how the came out.
Because I know what the King Henry was, the 1600s or something like that, where they had like the big crusades. Is that during this time?
That time, yeah. Between maybe before or after, in the same maybe a couple of years down the line. So it was that time, John. It happened because everything running at that time.
Okay,
which is all king. All king,
I'm getting my history buff going.
Well, I know we've been getting time overrun now a little bit, and thank you for everybody coming in, and thank you, Rupsi, to
thank you so much. Honestly, we could probably sit here and talk about this for the next 7 hours, and I would honestly be enthralled the entire time because this is actually really interesting. But thank you so much for coming in, and we would love to bring you back.
Yeah. And by the way, you don't have to. We're gonna get you the books, so you can read that story. I'll get you.
What are you talking about? I'm just gonna ask her to come back. She's teaching me.
Watch the movie Gandhi. You'll have some knowledge from there what happened, Gandhi.
No,
and
it's not just
that. I've seen Gandhi.
Yeah.
See, Britishers, they had the superiority complex always, and for everything they used to say, "Oh, Queen has said this, so you have to listen." So that superiority, and everybody was like, "Okay, if it's not harming me, let's do it." And that's where Indians, I guess, fell for it, and slowly they lost almost everything because they had that superiority complex that okay, you give me this much resource, I will build this for you. And it was like after giving that much resources, they were like, okay, this is not enough, we need some more. Eventually, even the king wants to make something good for the citizen. So ultimately, the king used to get bankrupt, and Britishers used to become rich, and they used to take over.
It's almost because it's funny because I don't disagree because that's why America exists, because Americans were like, wait a second, hey, you're gonna tax us? All right, pitchforks, let's go. And we fought, and that's how America became America, because British people were like, hey, we're going to take even more from them. So it completely makes sense.
I have one more question for Bruce. When you said at that time, I know a little bit about that, you say it was a high dollar prostitute, I love
how Duke had to go right back to the prostitutes.
No. I'm going to So they go, they're the dancer, they go dance and make you drink, then next thing you know, they rob the whole money what you have. Some of them make it so drunk, take away their land, sign these people over here, and the next thing you know, they become a property land.
No, it's
something
not
like that.
No, she was saying these
This
are
happens.
intelligent prostitutes.
Yes.
They knew how to do a lot of things.
Yes.
And
They had their own community, okay? They don't used to mix with the general public. They had their own separate area. And if you are interested in listening to good music, it's like going to a club or a concert for that matter. There are different services offered. Something
See,
like
we didn't
that.
have that one.
well, you know what? The funny thing is, the same thing happened kind of in America when the gold rush happened. You know who made all the money and made all the gold? The women who owned the brothels and and all that. They made all of the money because all these men would go out working and getting all of this gold. Then they would come and spend the money because on the women, and so the women made bukus of bucks, so much money off of that. Is like the whole gold rush was actually the women were the smarter ones. The prostitutes were the smarter ones on that one.
Yeah, but what you are saying, could be 1% of it, but not the majority. Because these were elite class of women in their own category for sure. But
No, I know what you mean. I was just
yeah,
curiosity, was how that, happened, all this stuff, storyline, history, So how'd you learn all this story? I mean,
Well, I'll be honest.
studying.
I'll be honest. We could.
Yeah.
We are going to go on for a while, but no, we have to end this
I know. That's why
episode. But no,
next time.
Thank you so much for coming on. This is great, and no, we're definitely going to bring you on again. And no, if there's anything you want to say right before we end, camera's on you.
Always a pleasure being with you guys, and I would love to come back. And after coming from Kumbh, I can definitely say, be positive, be compassionate towards others, and it will make you happy.
Thank you again.
Pleasure's all
And I know you're not going to thank me anyway, so I'm not going to.
I don't need to thank you.
Anyway, thank you again, Gerald, too. No, it was a good discussion.
No. Thank you for coming on.
Alrighty.